Conquer fear and failure through Abraham Hicks' technique to develop your emotional range. The world is surely full of surprises. One minute we feel like everything is going our way, but we're suddenly almost blown up by trials in the next hours. This can eventually lead us to fostering negative thoughts. Although having negative thoughts is technically normal and it is designed to protect you, it does a good job at making you doubt and taking you out of your focus in the present moment. This can suck the life out of you and attract so much negativity and hate into your heart. Hence, the need to find relief or solutions for these negative emotions. One of the ways to do this is to turn your eyes more on positive ones. There is a vibrational component to every emotion. Positive feelings raise your energy and uplift you. Negative feelings have a lower, sinking vibration. Abraham Hicks shares to us his technique on doing this. A technique especially made when you are dealing with failures in life. It's likely that you feel horrible if you fail at something. Failure is difficult. Nearly everyone experiences regret when they fail. You probably experience uncertainty, worry, and maybe terror. You get disconnected from your life by all of these ideas and feelings. You'll keep coming back to failure, fear, and doubt-related thoughts. It doesn't feel good each time. This is so because your survival depends on these feelings, which are also meant to shield you from suffering. You might withdraw and never take a chance of failing again, depending on how intense your negative emotions are. Actually, you are removing yourself from the painful aspects of your real life that are currently in front of you and descending into your bad feelings. Because you are afraid of failing, you'll pass up other opportunities. You must decide on some uplifting ideas that make you feel good and keep them in your life despite how frustrating and upsetting it is. They give you more energy. Now, if you already know that you failed and you are feeling bad, do not stop your emotions from coming. Instead, acknowledge them and give extra attention to how you are feeling so that you are also in tune with how you are doing emotionally, mentally, and physically. During this time of sadness, repeatedly saying affirmations like "I am good," "I am excellent," etc. might not be the best option because you will most likely not believe it anyways. Besides, it is very hard to go from sadness and doubt to hope and belief. To help you get back on track in manifestation, you have to navigate through the transitional emotions or emotions that are in between fear and hope. But you cannot do it if you are not well developed in terms of your emotions. This is why Abraham Hicks emphasized developing your emotional range. This is one of his best ways to overcome any emotion thrown to you by life. There are two key emotions you need to always remember: kindness and compassion. The hardest emotions to deal with include wrath, fear, and distrust. They are intended to intimidate you, protect you, and prevent you from making errors and failing. You stumbled. Realize how broken up within you are. You probably experience dread, rage, and possibly resentment. Don't try to understand it or analyze it, just feel it. You didn't get the results you wanted today. That's disappointing. Though it's challenging, it's normal to feel this way. If they were in the same circumstance, anyone would have these emotions. Recognize that everything will be fine. Know that everything will work out. Be kind to yourself now when you're in a challenging situation. You ought to experience some relaxation as a result of these words and emotions. Your fear and rage need a lesson in some measure. Every time you revert to feeling horrible about yourself or what happened, keep the compassion thinking pattern in mind. Don't ever criticize yourself for failing or feeling lousy. These are unfavorable feelings that will breed more unfavorable feelings. You can eventually climb the emotional scale. If it feels good, you can turn away from compassion and turn toward appreciation. The next key step in this is to appreciate yourself. If you go through a difficult time, you gain new knowledge and a wider perspective on things. At this point, it is only right that you appreciate yourself for being able to go through it. Appreciate yourself for succeeding and overcoming, for showing up, and for seeing things through. This will give you relief and will help you develop your emotional range more. It's important to genuinely manipulate your emotions in order to feel better. Your feelings should be your guidance. They serve as your compass and will point you in the right way. Positive emotions help you feel better, while negative emotions make you feel a little worse. Reminding yourself that negative emotions are more grittier than pleasant ones could be helpful. They are persistent. While positive emotions are transient, a poor mood might linger for days. You must continuously foster positive sentiments till you feel better. Positive feelings will spread. All it will take is some persistent effort. Just keep in mind to surround yourself with love and compassion until it brings you relief while you are going through difficult moments. You can eventually strive for other, happier emotions like fulfillment, optimism, and belief. To help you understand this concept more, here is the emotional guidance scale Abraham Hicks has created. The Emotional Guidance Scale by Abraham Hicks. Joy and appreciation, empowerment and freedom and love, passion, enthusiasm and eagerness and happiness, positive expectation and belief, optimism, hopefulness, contentment, boredom, pessimism, frustration and irritation and impatience, overwhelm, disappointment, doubt, worry, blame, discouragement, anger, revenge, hatred and rage, jealousy, insecurity and guilt and unworthiness, fear and grief, depression and despair and powerlessness. In this scale, you can see that negative emotions like fear and guilt are located in the lower parts. This is due to the fact that the more negative an emotion is, the lower the vibration they will release. Your goal should be moving up the scale by generating more high vibration emotions. To use this scale better, you must first identify which emotional state you are in. By doing this, you can adjust your thoughts and keep moving upwards. As you can also see, one of the lowest vibrations among all emotions is fear. When you are afraid, you tend to give in to doubts, what-ifs, and a lot of questioning. This can affect not only your belief in the ultimate source, but also your belief in yourself and your skills. Once this happens, you rob yourself of the chance to get over the failure or negative emotion that you are going through. Surrendering to fear only means you are accepting the fact that negative things can happen. We should not be doing this to ourselves. From now on, really try to recognize whenever your emotional state is starting to go lower. If you notice this, make sure to filter your thoughts and focus more on the good. It does not mean you deny yourself of the right to feel negative emotions. You can absolutely let things sink in first. However, you shouldn't surrender to them. Do not dwell on negative emotions too much. If you do this every now and then, expect to develop your emotional range in no time. When this happens, it will be easier for you to move up to positive emotions more. That's it for today's video. You can leave any of your questions, suggestions, or reactions in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever a new video is up. Until next time.